Yeah, I made the Pope retire. I made the first Pope in 6 centuries retire 14 days after the single most highly unlikely celestial super bolide airburst Tunguska event ever predicted any Pope in public by a guy named Chris. A star that stopped and then coming to pass brighter than the sun. I made the Pope retire. Prescott fire. W was my Secret Service. Yeah, I made the Pope retire. Take it to the bank, bet the farm. Google those. Google, I made the Pope retire. Picture of me comes up because I made the Pope retire. You understand? You don't understand?
You know why the Pope doesn't retire? Because somebody would say I made the Pope retire. Is there anybody in this court that didn't notice the first leader of the Catholic Church in 600 years retired 2 weeks after a Tunguska notice I smoked? That 16th you have yet to even fathom. I made the Pope retire. Prescott fire. George W. was my Secret Service first Pope in 6 centuries retires 14 days after the single most highly unlikely celestial super bolide airburst Tunguska event ever predicted by a biblical prophet named Chris. In more places than religion would attempt to hide before that Vatican denies ever being interested in celestial events. CK Esther Seek Easter CE star being witnessed by everybody on the entire planet as it came to pass. A star that stopped brighter than the sun. Am I too soon? I don't think you nailed the Christchurch quake at all. Next time you have a feeling, ring the CTV news guys please as well. Ask yourself on question, do I feel lucky? Well, do ya Pope that pontifex? Do you think well? Do ya Pope indexed before I made the Pope retire? Well, do ya Pope rapping the TV news guys please? Where's your Ararat singer? What is an Nazi driver that knows the car was Hitler's? Give me all your Ball3000.com who became .do through Pyongyang down to here. Did you hear after I successfully predicted seismic events that Rome arrested scientists that didn't predict seismic events and were sentenced to prison for failing to forecast earthquakes? The scientists incarcerated for Jesus Christ Church Canterbury tsunami Yagai Sanrikuyu Wade Fukushima is the Pacific Plate recently been sentenced to prison for not predicting earthquakes. Jesus Christ Church Canterbury Christopher Michael Simpson made him the first Pope in 6 centuries resigned 2 weeks you say at Tunguska notice not ice relinquish on the effective date of retirement the office of Pope because I said so. With 2 weeks Tunguska notice Benedict denies he was forced to resign in rare response to Dockin wouldn't be named Dockin if you weren't playing me on TV for another country. Former Pope Benedict, in one of the few times he has broken his silence since stepping down 2 weeks after a Russian meteorite pointed in his direction made him not only feel lucky but actually up all night to get lucky as well in a move that shocked the Catholic Church and made headlines around the world. I made the Pope retire. https://tinyurl.com/I am Jesus Christ. Pope Benedict denies speculation that he was forced to publicly stand down and retired. Pope Benedict has denied speculation that he was pressured to leave office, saying his decision was to retire with 2-week Tunguska notice. Retired Pope Benedict V has denied speculation that he was pressured to give 2-week notice. So why did the Pope resign? Because I said so. With 2-week Tunguska notice, witnessed by an entire planet as it echoed twice globally for the blind see brighter than the sun. For those who wouldn't listen, I made the Pope retire. First leader of the Catholic Church in 6 centuries retires 14 days after the single most highly unlikely celestial super bolide airburst Tunguska event ever predicted came to pass. A star that stopped in the past. Me your daughter the hot one. Fastball liquefaction affected the Great Wall of Berlin. Lad and well ask yourself on question, do I feel lucky? Well, do ya Pope that pontifex where scientists have recently been sentenced to prison for not predicting earthquakes? Jesus Christ Church Canterbury Christopher Michael Simpson made the first Pope in 6 centuries resigns 2 weeks after meteoric event Super Bowl Tunguska not ice notice the relinquishing the TV news guys please the effective date of his retirement 2 weeks after Chelyabinsk. Former Pope Benedict, in one of the few times he has broken his silence since resigning as Pope in a move that shocked the Catholic Church and made headlines around the world because I made the Pope retire. Benedict denies speculation that he was forced to publicly stand down and is secretly acting as a shadow Pope. Former Pope Benedict denies he was pressured to retire as Pope Benedict V denies he was pressured when I made the Pope retire. Benedict denies he fathoms highly unlikely celestial superbolide events significance and probabilities regarding likeliness. Unit of magnet has denied speculation that he was pressured to leave office, or that the decision was freely made and his alone regarding his existence as the first Pope in 6 centuries to resign 2 weeks Tunguska notice. Retired Pope Benedict V has denied speculation that he was pressured to leave office, saying his decision was freely made and his alone. Benedict wrote to the Pope Benedict V, God told him to retire using 333 logo documents with earthquakes in Pearl divers places while quoting Dirty Harry. Well, do ya Pope Benedict V announced his resignation in February. He made it very clear he had done X. Pope Benedict says God told him to resign on Twitter during mystical tweets describing the destruction of Christchurch, New Zealand, Japan tsunami. Before the destruction of Christchurch, New Zealand, Japan tsunami. Tohoku, I don't think you nailed the Christchurch quake at all. Next time you have a feeling, ring the TV news guys please. Pope predecessor breaks silence to contradict ever driving Hitler. Paperclip in German ex-pontiff's comments. Benedict denies he was pressured to resign 14 days after single most highly unlikely celestial superbolide airburst Tunguska event ever predicted in public places by a guy named Chris. Denied that he was pressured atmospherically into resign. resign as Pope. Did the Benghazi YouTube video force the Pope to resign 14 days
Yes.
after the Tunguska event? Somebody told him in public was fastball 2
Obama Mythbusters.
February 22nd on Washington's birthday, Amerigo died. Pope Benedict V is a righteous dude. Bobby Fischer's net for trapeze artistry has left the CTV building. Why did the Pope resign? For Jesus and actually because I said so. With 2-week Tunguska notice, I made the Pope retire, and yes, he is really nice guy who retired from
2-week Tunguska notice. You see that?